Cottage podcast. I'm Hannah.
I'm Michelle.
You can find me on Instagram as Hannah's Knit Cottage and on Ravelry as Hannah072.
And I'm Southern Comfort Casey on Ravelry and also Wool Market Fibers on Instagram and Facebook.
I believe this is episode 13, lucky number 13, and we're in a new spot.
We are.
Same store, expanded.
Just new surroundings.
Yes.
So that was the thing that I'd been keeping a secret from everybody because we weren't sure at the beginning, weren't sure if we were going to expand and move to expand or if we were going to be able to stay put and expand. And guess what? We got to stay still.
Yes, so same store, same location, just
bigger.
Booted the people next door down a couple blocks.
Well, actually one over, but
yeah, they willingly moved and we're very grateful.
Yes, we are absolutely very grateful.
But it's awesome in here, and I'm gonna put in some footage. So I guess while we're rambling about how awesome it is, we'll have some footage. So it's the same layout, but the original store is now all of the cross stitch and quilting, and then the expansion has all the yarn and our knitting table and a little cozy corner.
Yes.
To knit in, and there's in the original part of the shop.
We made space for a sewing area. There's a big sewing area for classes and sew-alongs. So
yes,
we did it. We made bigger.
I did not realize that it had happened while I was gone, and when I walked in,
seen the look on her
I
face.
was
That
so
was classic.
Like when jaw hit the floor, like that was legit.
She walks up to the front door and she sees the sign and it says, "Please use other door." Because we have since closed the original corner door for everybody to come in that entrance there, and you're going to come in to the middle side. And she's looking at that sign and she's like, other door? What other door? And she turns around and sees me. So yeah, it was classic.
Yes, yes.
The Kodak moment that, of course, once again, I missed it.
It's okay.
Okay.
It was a friend moment. We just kept it between us. So we're going to give, I guess, some life updates towards the end of the podcast in case you don't want to know all those life updates, and that's fine. If you're here for the knitting, we're going to jump right into it.
Yeah.
First, we're going to announce it's time for our second annual It's Fall, Y'all sweater make-along.
It's getting there, absolutely.
So it starts next Friday, August 1st. And runs through October 31st. And we bumped it up a month because Socksgiving kind of overlapped with it last year, so we're going to give them each their own space. So the rules for the make-along runs August 1st to October 31st. Whips are welcome. We ask that your sweater be like 50% or under for a whip.
Yeah.
Just don't like have a sweater that you need to just bind off.
Yeah, that's rude. Let's not do that.
Yeah, to count in the finished object thread. So what we're going to do, I'm going to run it on Ravelry this year, so I'll have the Ravelry group linked below, and we're going to have a chatter thread where you can just post as you're working on things, and then we're going to have an FO thread. So when you finish your sweater, you post your finished sweater, and you'll link the project for Ravelry. So knit, crochet, adult, baby, any sweater is fine. If you're gearing up for Rhinebeck, this is a great place. If you have, I know there's several sweater make-alongs for Rhinebeck happening right now, so if you're doing that, just double dip. So we'll give out one prize for the finished object thread and one prize for the chatter thread, and we did a pattern of your choice up to $10 USD. So, and that will happen November.
Yay.
So,
good
get
job.
the sweaters working. I'm going to talk about my
Which
sweaters.
leads up to Christmas, I would assume.
Yes, yes. Ooh. I need to, because I have a sweater quantity for my mom.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if that will happen by Christmas because I did lay out the rest of my bingo board. I'm on a tight schedule to get my bingo board done for the end of the year.
Now, did we not talk about that bingo board that you were not going to do that for next year?
I don't know if I'm going to do it for next year or not. I haven't decided. I'm leaning no because I just want to knit what I want to knit now.
See, yeah,
but
I think it's.
I don't know, because it's kept me on a good schedule as far as it's made me think about several Christmas gifts all year long that I used to be like, oh no, it's November 1st. Let me make all of this right now. And
that's why I started in January.
And I just, but also too, I think some of my work commitments in January have changed. for this school year. We started our new school year. Yes, it is the month of July, and yes, we're in school. And I don't want to talk about it, but
I'm sorry.
we get more breaks. I'll say that. I get 2 days off for Labor Day.
Oh, good.
I get random like extra days off. I'm like,
Oh, that's
okay.
nice.
So
Let's
like,
take it.
we'll see how this works.
Yeah,
But
let's see.
my January workload has lightened a lot this coming school year.
That's good.
I think. But it might be something different. But that might mean where I could start working on Christmas gifts earlier because I'm not. That my headspace will be more clear.
Yeah,
to do that.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, are you ready to get? I guess I should shout out some finished objects. Okay, so first, this is my birthday sweater. I've officially joined the 30 Club.
Yay!
This is my
Congratulations. Happy
Geddy
birthday.
tee by Tanis Lavalee, and yes, I wore it to my Orff levels.
You did. It looked so good on you.
Yes, I got a lot of compliments, and it was funny because 2 of my 3 teachers were knitters.
Oh, wonderful.
So I came in from a break, I ran to the restroom, and I came back in, and they're both like, okay, let us look at this sweater. And then like came in and were like asking questions.
Nice.
And it was really cool actually. So I talked knitting with one of my teachers. The other one's kind of a newer knitter, so I think she got a little intimidated. You know, just like when we're talking about like in-depth shaping
of course,
techniques and stuff.
And
then
all new knitters, I was like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Give her some time.
I think like I'm probably newer than her, but I also crocheted for so long that there was a lot of terminology I walked into knitting and understood. So that
exactly.
kind of gave me a different
It just
path.
gave you a little leg up.
Shout out to my mother. She got me this for my birthday and I felt like it was appropriate to share here. It is horribly hot outside today, so I'm going to change into this as soon as the podcast is over. She got me 2 shirts that are basically like there's iterations of the same thing as far as quotes, but it says today is going to be a yarn and Jesus kind of day.
Absolutely, I love it.
I was like, thank you, Mom.
Yes, I love that.
So it's funny, we're doing a church lunch today for all the
nice.
ladies. We have a ton of ladies in my church who all have birthdays in July. So we're all going to eat lunch and leave after we have our knit group here.
Yes.
So yeah, yarn and Jesus today. It's perfect.
Good job. All right.
Okay. I'm the finished object queen today, huh?
Okay, yeah, you are I'm sorry. It's still not getting anything.
There's been a
done.
lot that I haven't shown because our last thing was actually our whip parade. So there's a lot of things that haven't been mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned these or not.
You did.
On the podcast, the finish.
I know you had one done.
Okay.
I know you had one done.
I finished
but
the
not
second
both of them.
pair. This is the second pair of the Christmas socks. This is Summerlee's Colorwork Cuff Club. They just finished and launched the July Colorwork Cuff. I think she might be doing a year 2 on this as well. But this is Knit Picks, Wool Market Fibers, Knit Picks, Polka Dot Creek. All the yarn dyers. Don't ask me to say all the names, I don't know. This was a deep stash dive. These were my Orff level socks. I worked on these during Orff levels and I got to show my teacher and she thought the yarn was really pretty. This is a homespun house. The colorway is called Pour Some Sugar on Me. This is from several years ago. This was on a 75-25, but her base is kind of thicker. I had knit this on a size 0 in another skein of hers I had, and the socks just grew way too big.
Uh-oh.
It's German yarn, and a German yarn to me, like, isn't always the same.
No.
Like the bases are not the same to me when I get yarn from European dyers. Why are my glasses? These are my new glasses, and they're already crooked.
Oh dear. Unless it just looks like that.
It might just look like it because I'm not used to it on
crooked
camera.
on my face too, and I keep asking.
So this was a deep stash. It had a little damage in the stash, so there's a lot of ends to weave in here where some of the skein had broken, unfortunately. So I'm hoping these will hold up. I went down to a 00, heel flap and gusset, 20 rounds cuff, 10 rounds leg. This is my preferred shorty recipe.
Nice.
So that was that one.
Good
I
job.
have my Geddy tee. I think that's all on the FO train. So, considering I went off to a different city several hours away, completed a course, finished a certification, and started a school year.
Good job. Good job. Mine is still plugging along. I don't remember if we talked about this yarn. It was Toadstools by Wool Market Fibers.
That's a really pretty color.
It is very, it's on a
Mushroom.
platinum base. And I was in San Antonio over 4th of July weekend a much needed break. Everybody talked me into taking time off from work because me and the shop are like synonymous. And it's too new, and it was my baby, and I didn't want to close. And of course, yes, I'm sick and still had to work. Getting over it, I'm at the tail end of all this mess. I just sound funny. When I was there, I started this sock. On double pointeds, no less.
Which I'm so impressed with. Me and double points have never gotten along.
I went back to my sock roots and went back to double pointed needles. I just needed something, Judy's always talking about mindless knitting, and you're always talking about mindless knitting, and this makes it easy because then I'm not having to worry about the second one, and I just needed to get back to one at a time.
Yeah.
This pattern is called Tracks. It has a set of ribbons going down the center. I'm sorry, it's cold brain.
Do you know?
And then it's on the back side as well. Cute. And everything else is stockinette.
Do you know who the pattern is by?
The OzKnitter. She's in Australia. It's a free pattern. I'm doing this on a size 1, and it even runs into the heel.
Oh.
Very well written. And she gives you 2 options for your heel flap. So if you wanted to run the pattern from the leg all the way down the heel, you can, or you can stop and do a regular slip knit heel flap. So I opted to just keep going because I've done this pattern before and I really liked it. So these are going to be for Mr. Will Market Fibers.
That brown is it's like the perfect mushroom brown.
It is. And I think I've got 2 or 3 of this colorway left. So I wouldn't wait if you want it. Call in your order, come in and get it. So there's that one. I worked on this whole thing from start to probably the end of the gusset, actually, while I was there.
That's awesome.
That was only 4 days. And while I was in Texas, which I failed to mention, it was actually also a working thing. We were taking Mississippi Heritage sheep, the fleece from 10 sheep. So that was 10 fleeces. And we took it to a processor in Bandera, Texas. And she is going to do all of the cleaning, all of the combing, the processing, everything. And she is going to spin it for us into yarn. So we will have local Mississippi sheep yarn here in the shop. It'll be featured in the new area. We're going to have her we asked her, to do worsted weight, DK weight, fingering weight. It'll be 100% wool and sock. So it'll be 75-25.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to see how in this climate it wears, because if to me the wool of the sheep typically matches the climate in the sense of the needs of the climate. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see, with us having such a humid, hot climate, does that wool breathe well?
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out come September. Sometime in September, we'll get that all back.
So, Mr. Grant, when I come home with yarn in September, we understand what this is about.
Yes, Grant, because we know that you are just so understanding about all this.
He really is. He's so patient. I have a whole thing over here to explain of how patient he is.
So we're excited to see what that natural color is going to look like.
Yeah.
She's going to have it all washed for us. And we're going to get what they call waste from the yarn. It's stuff that doesn't play well. I don't know if it's undercoating or what it is. Anyway, we're going to get all that back and we're going to turn them into dryer balls.
Oh, that's cool. So now, is this going to be superwash or non-superwash?
It'll probably be non-superwash. I don't think she has a way to make it superwash.
Okay. And so there's a lot of terminology we just all said. So to get wool, the wool that you see back here, there's a giant process that happens.
Oh, you should see the process.
And the reason that they took those fleeces and brought them out is that there's a huge there's a huge problem in the American wool production industry, and I do believe, I've heard some Canadian YouTubers talk about it too, that it's common in Canada as well. And that's why when you go to these big box stores, if you really look, a lot of their wool doesn't come from North America.
No.
Because there's not a huge number of wool processing plants. There's
there's not.
And the problem being is when you process wool, you have to wash it, you comb it, get it all smoothed out, and then you have to take that smooth fleece out.
Yeah.
You have to get it all like...
You've got to comb it.
Right. And
to get all the dirt, to get all the vegetation out of the hair.
Because sheep are a little dirty. They play in the grass.
They do.
It gets in their wool.
Yeah, and their fields are, the grass and the weeds and stuff are kind of high. We walked through her property, and she's got some beautiful animals. She's got a bunch of different sheep, and some that had babies, and they were just so freaking adorable and gorgeous. Oh, they're so cute.
What happens with the wool, the problem that we're having is that there's so few places that process wool, that it costs more for the farmer to process the wool.
And they can't afford that. It's very cost prohibitive for them, for the sheep farmers to have it sent off to be cleaned than it is for them to just chuck it in the field somewhere or in a ditch somewhere. So
so that's kind of where there's a huge need. And I mean, I think y'all looked into it. There's no wool processing plant in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama.
Right. There's absolutely none in the state of Mississippi. We've looked all over. We found one in Texas, and fortunately it's close to where I've got family living. So it was worked out perfectly for us that we got to drop it off and do that, and then go and stay with family while we were there. So it worked out perfect.
So this is kind of the beginning stages of maybe a larger project to help revitalize wool in the state of Mississippi. And I think, it goes back to just, I think there's a huge revitalization of just old skills. Like you saw, like definitely when everything was shut down, people suddenly started baking again.
They started
From
sewing
scratch,
again. People started picking up crocheting. They started picking up cross stitch. People got back into needle pointing again, because what else were they going to do? Everybody got shut in. People wanted to learn how to knit again or pick it up after so many years of having it on hiatus. But it all goes back to, like you said, we have to get back to the roots of keeping this alive, and we can't do that in a disposable world.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the juxtaposition we're seeing is the juxtaposition of things that are lasting versus things that are quick and disposable, versus the juxtaposition of creativity versus computer generated. I mean, and I walk the line of that in my knitting, but also I think in my professional job too, that a music class is kind of that juxtaposition of AI versus creativity kind of thing.
That takes a lot out of it.
So it's really interesting. I'm excited to see this wool. I'm hoping this will be a bigger thing that grows, and also just for the yarn community, but just in general, our society needing more independence. I don't know how to say it, but think about people were learning how to cut hair, because they were like, I don't know how to cut my own hair.
Can't.
It was like,
we can't go to the hairdresser. We're gonna get arrested.
And people wanted to learn how to make, I'll get into this later. I'm working on possibly starting to make my own clothes. I'm excited.
Oh, good.
Sewing clothes.
Good job.
All right.
I was too scared for that. I stuck to straight lines and pillows. Me and darts don't play well together.
Do you want cross stitch or knitting?
Oh, I don't care.
Let me do one more knitting.
One more knitting, and then I got one more, and then you can go to your cross stitch.
This is a bag by Michelle that I won at our Christmas party.
You did.
Our holiday end of the year.
Yes, we have one. We have one every year for the group.
So, Caitlin Hunter finally released the King Salmon Light.
Oh, yay! About time. There it is.
And it's ready to start the yoke.
Yay!
She yarn birthed a little bit.
Oh my!
So this is going to be the King Salmon. Here, I'll pull it out.
I'll hold it. You pull it out. There you go.
Okay, this is the King Salmon Light. This is knit on a US 2, y'all.
Oh wow!
Good grief. I just finished this short row, so this will be the back. What you see up here, this is the front. So it's a 1x1 rib. It called for a 1.5. I went down to a 1 because I did not have a 1.5, and I was being lazy, I guess. I did not feel like waiting on a 1.5, so we'll see. It's going to be more of a mock turtleneck on me, I think, because it's going to be a little tighter.
Oh yeah, I don't.
But this is Wool Market Fibers Fire on the Mountain in shimmer.
Yes, ma'am.
And I actually, I'm pumped about this being on a US 2. I'm not pumped about the amount of time I'm going to have to knit on this. But
maybe you won't get one done in a week, although.
This is not big. We're gonna get like an inch a week. That is the goal, to get this done by the end of the make along.
Yay.
But this base is really, really soft, which is great because it feels good on your body. But as far as like a sweater and longevity.
But I like that you picked the shimmer so you can get a little bit of glitz out of the salmon.
And you really, I mean, you can see the glitz going in. And then the salmon doesn't actually have the shimmer, so I think it'll be a good juxtaposition of the two.
Yeah, I like I like that it doesn't.
Yeah.
So that you get a true, almost like texture, you know?
Right. But what I was going to say is, with this being a softer base, I think it knitting at a denser gauge is going to be better for the longevity of the sweater. So I'm kind of pumped.
So
yeah, it's going to feel like butter on my skin, but also hold up, which is like perfect. Like that's what we want. So US 2, it's, if you really look, I mean, it's a very, very dense gauge here. And I think when I was looking at the chart, and I won't go into specific details about the pattern, but I think what happened is the original king salmon was a worsted weight, and the yoke was really, really deep.
Yeah,
and a lot of
I
people,
looked at it and
like it would have come down to like here on me.
Yeah, so it almost looked like, see, this has a wide sleeve, but my arm really ends right here.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it and I'm thinking, okay, it's a rounded increase, a rounded yoke, instead of having the definite increases here.
Right.
When you go to lift your arms, does the whole sweater come up?
Well, and that's what people were saying, is
about.
that it really, in a way, the original king salmon, I mean, it's just a matter of your fit preference too. That for her, like, she lives in Alaska, she's wearing it like a sweatshirt a lot because she's always wearing like a shirt underneath. We don't do that here because it's too hot.
No. And I didn't even do that when I was growing up in Colorado, and it's cold there too. So,
but not Alaska. I'm sure not Alaska cold.
I don't know. We can get down to -5 degrees in Colorado.
So
in Denver.
But the original king salmon, the yoke depth was so so the chart of the salmon went down so far, and then the body was really short, and so she would wear a shirt underneath it. But of course, if you raised your arms, it was gonna lift it
and
some people were having a problem of when it lifted up, it was lifting up past their chest area.
I don't like
and then
that.
It became a modesty issue as well. So, and that was just a fit preference of, do you want this sweater as a sweater, like a single layer sweater, or do you want it as
I would do a little bit bigger and wear a shirt underneath it. I'd have to.
And that was the fit called for a ton of ease, like for it to be extra loose and baggy.
So,
but for me, that's just not
conducive to
the
climate down here and the shortness of the winter seasons that we have here.
Yeah,
a month.
Yeah,
so
maybe month
January.
And a half.
Yeah.
So
part of February.
I think because of that, she felt like, okay, I need to do a lighter weight version that's a more traditional fit. And this one, I was actually looking, I decided to go up one more size than what I normally would have for this, because I was going to do a less positive ease in the bust. But I ended up going up a size, and so I think I'll have like 3 inches of positive ease instead of 1, or maybe even 4, and then I'm going to have a 9.5 yoke depth, and that to me seems to be the sweet spot. I went to my Instant Crush and looked. I think that one's either a 9 or a 9.5 yoke depth, and that was like just right on me. Like it just fit my underarm just right without digging in. So anyway, I'm excited. This, after we finish filming, I'm going to start the color work on this. So it's time.
Good job.
So this I want to have done. I'm looking at possibly going to a professional event. I'm not going to give a lot of specifics just out of my safety and things, but there's a professional event that's going to be in a colder climate in the November month. So I'm looking at, I theoretically if I finished this and one of my dream knitting things, I could spend that whole time I'm there in hand knits. Only hand knits.
Nice.
Which to me, like, that feels like the goal. I'm gonna be the knitting lady. I already was. Like, they already, like, people were making different things for the classrooms. For our teachers, our gift to our teachers before we left, we made them shirts. My mother-in-law helped me. We made shirts that says, learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist.
Nice.
Which was a Pablo Picasso
like
quote.
Yeah.
And my teacher had referenced it, so then we all had matching shirts. The last day of class, and we came walking in, and she was like, well, that's nice. And then when we handed her one, she was like, oh, I was hoping you would make me one too. You had to, like, this lady was like a
let you go without one.
Sweet little grandma. Like, I loved every second.
Nice.
So, and then we made scrunchies. We crocheted scrunchies.
Cute.
So it's like, I was the crochet knitting queen at my
Nice.
class.
Oh, that was very sweet.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry, I'm rambling over here.
No worries.
All right, Michelle, what you got?
I've only got one more to do, and it's, yes, another sock on double points.
Oh, that's
I don't
cute.
know why,
What yarn
but
is
I'm
that?
just loving it. This pattern is very old, and it was made for worsted weight sock, and we don't do worsted weight socks down here. It's
No,
it's too hot.
I want to try, because, like, I think,
Well,
like, one
for
pair,
bed socks maybe, but
like, one pair of worsted weight socks for, like, when we had the snowpocalypse last year,
well, yeah, that's true.
that would have, like, that once every, like,
We
5
could
years,
have,
you're
we
like,
could
I'm
have a
prepared.
snowpocalypse at least once a year. We could do that. I would love that.
I would too.
That would take care of me and my winters. This is Patton's Croy. I've had this in my stash for, I'm not going to say how long, because that would just be another.
But Patton's Croy, I will say, is low-key. It's a workhorse sock
It's
yarn.
definitely a workhorse yarn. It is a thicker fingering weight than most. I did use a contrasting brown, so you almost can't tell that they're two different browns,
Oh, wow.
which was the whole point.
What pattern is this?
This pattern is an old pattern out of a magazine that was from 1970 something.
Wow.
Late 70s, but it called for a worsted weight stitch count because it uses worsted weight yarn, and I figured out how to do it for a 72 stitch men's size. So here's I kept up with the pattern, which is why I have all these safety pins in it. And I forgot to change the brown from the heel, or from the cuff to the heel, and I kept going. And by the time I got done, I thought, I am not ripping this out, because this took me 10 years to get this in, and I'm not starting over.
Especially on a 72 stitch sock. Like,
Yeah, I'm not, no, we're not doing it. I'll do it on the toe. I'll write myself a note. Don't forget to change on the toe, but we're not doing it on the heel. And no, I have not started the other sock, but I know, actually I did start the other sock. I just didn't bring it. Oh, it's in the other bag on the table. That other sock, they're both exactly the same as far as the pattern. I really honestly tried to say, life is too short. If the sock stripes don't match, it's okay. Life ain't gonna kill you over it. And I went to cast on, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I had to tear it out.
Like,
I couldn't do it. My
people
OCD would not let me. I had to rip it out. I had to start right where they both are exactly in pattern, where the colors are. I couldn't do it. I
these
swear.
people who do scrappy socks that are like
I could
completely
do scrappy
different,
socks.
but they're like where they're completely different.
I
they don't
haven't done
match.
that yet. I haven't
That's
done
the
that
thing
yet.
is, I've seen people do scrappy socks. They're just like, I'm like, how do you know that these are a pair? Like, they don't even have the same yards. Like how?
Now my scrappy socks, with every pair of scrappy socks that I've ever made, when I go to pull the yarn out, there has to be enough for 2 socks. And I will take, now I'll have leftovers of this. So if I ever wanted to do scrappy socks and I wanted to put this in there, I will take this and I will split this leftover in half. So I have one for you and one for you. And then when it comes time to making the socks, if I'm gonna do those stripes, those were gonna come out at the same time. So even when you line up my scrappy socks, my stripes are the same. I can't help it.
No, like I need them to look like a pair.
I find the idea of it exciting to have completely two different colored mismatched monster socks. But when it comes down to it, I chicken out every time. I can't help it.
It's like, it stresses me out to think about it. I'm like, ooh, like, But
the idea of it's fun because it's only, look, you concentrate on this one sock. You don't care what it looks like. You get to the second one and you're like, oh no, can't it?
No, I have to when I'm knitting my sock, I'm like, ooh, it looks like a pretty sock's gonna be pretty. Like, and I don't feel that way when they don't match. I'm like, I need this to color coordinate and match, please.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I chicken out every time. When I put these socks on, on hold, they're double pointed holders.
Cute.
For my socks.
Cute.
I got these from me. I made a bunch of them. And I thought I was going to sell them, but then I thought to myself, nobody's going to want these. So
comment
then
below
I never
if you want these.
So I never.
I would say I want some, but I don't have any. I do own a set of double points, and I've used them exactly one time in my life and gave up. So we'll see.
And then they don't fall out. And that one spare actually just slides right in there and it doesn't fall out. And there you go. And it's not poking the inside of your bag.
That's a problem.
It's not poking you. It's not getting stuck in your sock. So
I definitely had some sock needles poke holes in bags.
See?
Yeah.
You need double pointed
because they're
holders.
so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have two
Your
projects
turn.
left, and they're both cross stitch. This one has had a dramatic glow up. I got some stretcher bars.
Yes, you did.
Michelle, I don't know why I just showed the back because that thing is not good.
That's okay. We don't care about the back.
Thank you. This was like this is the second cross stitch I ever started, I think, the second or third. So I'm currently in the finishing process of this. So I'm just doing the back stitching. I've done all the French knots. It just needs the back stitch.
It looks great.
This is the Red Truck by Dimensions. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. This is a bingo board thing, and I need to hurry up and get it done. This is on the docket to get completely finished in August for sure.
Oh, it'll be done.
To be on track for the bingo board.
Good job.
There's this one. This one, I one day just sat in and filled in this whole quadrant and just went and finished the whole thing. Like, I was determined. I'm doing the cross, and I was like, oh, it'll just be done in just a second. I'll finish the back stitch, and I was like, the back stitch is insane on this.
Yeah.
Like, it just keeps going.
Yeah. Which is why I learned the hard way that if I backstitch as I'm stitching, then I don't have to go back.
Well,
I have a thing about not having to touch it twice.
Yeah.
So if I've done a big, like you said, quadrant, a big section of it, I'll go in and backstitch that whole section, so it's completely, now it's done. It's completely finished, and I don't have to go back later and do it all.
Yeah. That one I was moving around to hoop a lot, and so I was worried about it. Ditto in this project, so we're gonna see. Pretty. I have made some really good progress on this. I am officially at 15%.
Good job.
A little over 15. This is the Works of Jane Austen. And so I've come in and I finished the Sense and Sensibility. I've started the A in Austen. I've started Barton Cottage. I've got the border. Ooh, I'm about to knock the needle out. I've got the border all the way over. I'm starting to come down. I got to put the flowers in. I had this. I really think that this project would benefit from a scroll frame. However, how do you work with a scroll frame? Like, how do you, because you can't just hold it. This project, you have to have like a 22 inch. And I have I
am currently, Mr. Will Market Fibers is currently working on your scroll frames.
Okay. But I'm trying to figure out how to.
It's gonna get rolled up.
No, it's not that. Like, when I put it in a cross stitch stand, because it's so long, the stand just goes floop. And so I haven't, even my one that like clamps on the top, I can't get it to stay where the frame doesn't
because it's top heavy, and those older wooden frames, because I have one of those, and that was my issue, was the neck on the top kept falling down because it wouldn't it wasn't strong enough. The floor stand that I have over here, it'll clamp onto that and it'll hold it up.
Okay, we're gonna have to look after,
You're gonna have to borrow my floor stand.
But I mean, this is a long haul project. Like this is so we'll see. I'm currently sitting like 3 cross stitch stands at my house trying to figure this problem out. And I have a small house.
Or what you do is take this and work on it while you're here. On the floor stand.
I've been wanting to work on this, and so I threw it in a nerd tube last night, you can see the frame kind of the nerd tube, and I went to put it in the cross stitch stand, and this part was covered, so I went ahead and worked down here, and then I took it out of the cross stitch stand and just got across real quick and then went back. But I don't know, I don't know, we'll see. I desperately want to. Yeah, I want to work on it at my house.
Well, like, take the stand and go home with it. I know where you live, sort of. I think
you know my people. You know where to find me.
I know where you are.
So we'll see. And then I have my full coverage piece as well.
Yes.
So I've done some work on that. I did not bring it. I've done maybe 100-something stitches on it. I was like, it's not enough to really warrant showing. So.
Yeah, those 100 stitches is about this big.
Yeah.
You think that's not a lot, but that's 100 stitches. That's a lot.
I've gotten a couple blocks filled in. Like I'm starting to get, and my goal, I think, I laid out my bingo board, and I know how many stitches I need on this a week to finish it by the end of the year.
Okay.
However, to me, it's like I want to finish it this year because it's Jane Austen's 250th, but also I don't have a place to hang it when it's done anyway. So
speaking of Jane Austen.
Yes. I got a bunch of birthday presents emailed to me that were Jane Austen themed, and it was wonderful.
Well, she kept talking about how she loves Jane Austen, and this is her Jane Austen birthday month, and so I tried to schedule like an email. I was trying to do it every day leading up to, for a whole week up to her birthday, and I kind of got ahead of myself. And then I quit, and then I started again.
But it was wonderful. I loved it.
It was all Jane Austen themed.
And there was a pattern of, it's on my phone.
They were cross-stitch patterns.
Yes,
they were knit patterns.
So I'm set on Jane Austen.
Jane Austen inspired everything. Yes.
And there was a couple that I had seen before and I had been eyeballing. I just hadn't gotten for myself. I was like, oh yes, I have it. So. And some of them were brand new, and I'm like, okay, this is immediately going in the queue. So there's one that apparently I missed that came out on my actual birthday because I was in class on my actual birthday.
Yeah, she was. So all is forgiven.
So I opened it up today, and I was like, oh, it's a Jane Austen as a Christmas ball, and you can do it with wings or without wings, so she could be the angel in your tree topper.
Oh, I know.
It's like that would be my little knit room Christmas tree topper is little Jane Austen. It would be perfect.
It will.
And then this will hang in the background.
Yes, it will.
So we'll see. So I don't know if I'm in a rush to finish this. I'm enjoying working on it. I was intimidated for a while because almost every book, I mean, like the houses are a big part of her books, like the places, because these are estates and things that happen that are the backdrop. So when you go to cross stitch that, it's like a block of color, like a wall. So I was intimidated because there's literally right here is the start of this cottage, and the cottage literally goes up, and then there's a roof, and it comes all the way like over here, I think. And there's just a little bit of grass on the end, but it's like a wall of color.
And it's one color. It's not like it's shaded, so there's other colors going in there with it.
No, it is. It's shaded. Okay. There's different, like it's like brick texture, so you're kind of doing the bricks, and then you have the outline of the windows and the doors, stuff like that. But it's still like 2 or 3 colors, so it's a lot. To me, if it was just one solid color, it wouldn't be as intimidating because I'm just counting that one color.
Yeah.
I think that for me, the easy grid makes this much more approachable because I'm still a baby cross stitcher and I still make plenty of mistakes.
We all do. And we're seasoned.
So I think if I can get this working in the scroll frame, I think what I will do is do the back stitch on the whole, like I'll finish a book because there's not a lot of back stitch per book.
Right.
So I'll go in and I'll finish that whole section.
Yeah.
This is like a double section because I've got the title and this.
Yeah.
And this border is not as intricate. You know what I mean? Like I have to do the top and the sides.
Right.
I think the bottom border isn't even as intricate as this. So once I get through this section, the rest of it should go faster.
Yeah.
so
And do your back stitching as you go, and that way you don't have to go back and do it.
Right.
It's already done. That section's done, and then you go on to the next one.
And that would be my goal, is to have like scroll up the frame so you just have that one section for that book, go across, do that whole book, do the back stitch for that book, and then go on to the next one. And there's 6 of them that are listed in this one, so we'll see. All right, we do have a sweater make along coming up. So Michelle, do you have sweater plans
To finish or continue to work on the ones that I've already got on needles. My birthday sweater is slow, and I was gonna work on it, but then this happened, and I really didn't have a lot of time, and then I got sick, and I didn't want to knit while I'm sick because I didn't want to infect my clothes, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I will pull it back out and work on it some more. I'm down to the body. I've already separated for the sleeves. I tried it on, and it fits.
Yay!
Yes, I'm excited. So I went to go do the neck like you did on yours, and that was epic fail, and I had to tear it all out. So I'm just gonna wait and go back in later, and when I've got
and you can go and put the rib on your
brain.
sleeves too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to granny stitch the sleeves or if I'm going to put ribbing in the sleeves. I haven't decided yet, so that's why I haven't got there yet.
Okay, she's
So,
being extra.
I am.
This is the
I'm just
difference
glad
in our
it fits.
personalities. Is I'm like, here's the pattern, I'm following the pattern, and she's like, well, what if we did this?
What happened if we did that? Can't help it.
And she's like, Hannah, this isn't working. I'm like, did you follow the pattern?
Yes, I did, and I told her I did. That's why the neck didn't work out, because I did exactly what the designer told me to, and it still didn't come out.
It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
There's definitely, I think she does her best to word it in a way that makes sense, but there's definitely some things that to me
Got lost in the translation.
there's a lot. Her brain is definitely more mathematical than some other people's like brains. Like I'm sure, like because my brain functions like that, and I'm like, I had to pause for a second and think. I'm like, okay, wait, what are you telling me, Tanis?
So if you had to stop and think about it, now you know what the rest of us are saying.
Yeah, like Michelle's over here. Like when I'd go like calculate socks and stuff, Michelle's like, huh? Because I'm just like, yeah, you do this, you know. But that's my brain works that way. You tell me to pick a color palette, and I'm like,
That's where I come in.
Yeah. So it's a tag team.
It's a great collaboration. I let her worry about all the math, and I'll just do all the colors.
Yep. Speaking of that, I do have one other birthday present I need to shout out.
Okay.
My mother got me the kit from North Bay Fiber to make the Comebackagin by Andrea Mowry.
Yay!
That is going to be my sweater from Stash. Me and Mr. Grant had a talk, and he's going to let me count that as a sweater from Stash because I did not add it to the stash. It was gifted into the stash.
Oh yeah.
After some
No.
gentle pleading. He's like, I want to knit this cardigan, please. No, he relented really quick, but so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna order the quilt buttons from Holland Hoof Farms. They have the Ohio Star on them, and they match this cardigan.
Oh, nice. Okay,
so
good.
I'm really excited. It's gonna be the first bottom-up sweater I've ever done in my life.
So is that going to be part of your make-along, or is the salmon your make-along?
Both.
Oh,
Both.
look at you.
So my goal is, with the Comebackagin, I don't think this is giving away too much because I think this is listed in the Ravelry page. You do afterthought pockets, right? Like you sew the pockets on the front, and so you knit the pocket first, and that's your gauge swatch for the sweater.
Ooh.
Which I think is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think I'm excited. I fall in between sizes, and I was debating going up a size because my kit covers 2 different sizes.
Okay.
And the size I had originally picked was the smaller size. But I know I like my cardigans a little longer as well. So I'm gonna do the measurement and see.
I like big and long.
Right, so I might end up going with a smaller size but longer because I like a tight fitting arm. And I typically don't, like, I have thin, like, I'm not gonna wear that cardigan over a DK weight sweater.
Right, yeah.
I might wear it over a fingering weight sweater, but not like DK or worsted. So we'll see. It's a sport weight yarn. It's really pretty. It's in the mallard color, which is the color in the pictures that she has, the like blue-green kind of color. So I'm pumped. So my goal is I've cast on the salmon. I've started the color work. I'm probably gonna cast on the pocket tonight, tomorrow, Monday, and do the pockets this week and get my gauge swatch. I'm gonna go ahead and go down a needle size because I know I'm a loose knitter and I know Andrea Mowry is a tighter knitter. Like,
okay.
So I think I saw other people knit it that way. I think that's gonna work best for me, and then we'll see. If the pocket's a little small, I'm not gonna be mad. I would rather the pocket be small than big because I don't wanna waste yarn.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that, and then August, my goal is to get those two done and to finish the red truck. Then September, I roll into the Instant Crush, my Surrey weight Hokie Locatelli sweater.
And what's Michelle gonna do? I'm just gonna roll with it. Whatever happens, happens.
But all three, the salmon isn't a bingo square, but the red truck's a bingo square. Yeah. The Comebackagin will be a bingo square, and the Instant Crush is a bingo square.
But you like setting goals. Every time I set goals, it's like, you know, first of the year, New Year's resolutions kind of thing. We're all gung-ho, and then you're about halfway through, and it peters out. And you're like, no, never mind. Yeah. So I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just going to keep plugging along. If it gets done, it gets done.
We'll see.
I'm going to try to get the sweater done by my birthday. That's the goal. I'm going to try to get it done by my birthday. I'm not going to say I'm going to, because then I'll look bad if I didn't get it finished. But we're going to try.
You should look at how many inches you have left, though, because if you know your gauge, you could say, okay, I'm going to do... If you only need a couple inches, then you say...
No, it's got more than a few inches.
Well, I mean, your body, how long is your body going to be?
I don't know. I have to look at it.
I think mine is close to 20 inches, but I wanted it extra
I
long.
want mine longer.
And it's funny because the salmon calls for a 10-inch body, and I'm like, ha! That's
not
happening. And that's where
happening.
I was like, hey, Michelle, do you have one more skein of this yarn?
Yes, I do, and it's behind the counter waiting on you with your name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be me, 20, 21. We're not doing this 15, 16 crap.
Well, this is definitely, I've done like 18 and that's been good. This is a tunic length. Like this is extra, but you wanted that too.
Yes,
so
I do. I don't like short sweaters. I keep pulling things down and I don't like it. I don't want to be pulling it down. I'd rather pick it up.
With that, I have one more thing in dream making.
What are we dream making?
I want to sew the Lane pants by Sydney Grimm. I'll put the picture on the screen.
Okay.
They're nice wide leg trousers. Have you seen them?
No, but I've seen a lot of, my sister-in-law wears a lot of wide legs, and she looks so freaking adorable in all of them. She's got good taste in clothes.
My mom and I went shopping for my birthday. My mom spoiled me for my birthday. So did great. Everybody did. It was great. My mother-in-law got me a book on Jane Austen.
That's because it was a milestone. That's why.
Yes.
Okay, so what's this about?
So, my mother took me shopping for my birthday, and there were these pants. They were hot fuchsia pink, which of course we know that's Hannah's color. Like, and I thought they were skinny jeans, and I was like, okay, I'll try this on. I got them to the fitting room, and I'm like, oh, these are wide leg. I was like, well, I'm here. Let me just try them on. And at first I was like, Mom, I think these are like too big in the leg and too tight around the waist. And then as I got them on, I was like, huh, okay.
They're kind of cute, huh?
They're kind of really, really cute. I'm like...
And they're comfy.
Yes, and they're like my new favorite pants ever.
Nice.
And I need like them in every color now. But they only make them in pink and white, and I'm not walking around in white pants.
No.
So my goal is, the Lane pants to me look like a very similar fit to that. Where they're fitted at the waist and the hips, and then they go straight down from there. And that's kind of what I needed, is that I would find these wide pants, and they would be like in the... like where your legs meet, all that area like was just saggy, and that's just not a pleasant feeling at all.
It's weird.
And it's because I have really long torso and short legs, and my waist is significantly more narrow than my hips. So I have a really hard time getting pants to fit. So they fit really well around my waist and my hips, and they just go straight down. I'm like, this is perfect. So I think I want to make a pair in brown and a pair in the same green as the salmon. I think both of those pants would go great with the salmon sweater.
And you still need a denim color and black.
Yeah.
Basic, all over, wear everyday colors.
Well, I still like my skinny pants. I do.
Oh, of course.
So I think we're just
But
gonna
you
see.
still have to have them in every color to go if you decided that you wanted to wear this with dark
Yeah.
blue and you wanted those style pants instead of those style pants. You still have to have those colors.
We'll see. We're just gonna start with one and see how this goes.
We're gonna learn how to
So-
sew clothes.
The lane pants are cool because it says it's listed, I think, like adventurous beginner, and she gives you several different options, and then there's modifications where she's added videos in. So you can get them either with just the elastic. You can do, instead of the elastic, you can do a drawstring, which is like level 2, and level 3 is if you want to add cargo pants, cargo pockets on the side.
Okay.
I'm not a big cargo pocket person, so that won't happen, but I want to start with the elastic and then maybe try the drawstring.
Yeah.
And then she has modification videos where if you wanted to add a ruffle at the bottom of the pants, have a little ruffle at the bottom of the leg.
I'm having childhood trauma memories. I grew up with ruffles. I didn't like them as a child. I'm sorry, Grandma. I love you, but no, I can't do ruffles. You can do ruffles.
I might do
I can't do ruffles.
So they
I
have
tried.
those.
I really have tried.
And
I can't do it.
They're kind of a pant. I think like if you wanted to wear them as pajama pants, you could. But like if you
Oh,
get
yeah.
but if you use a nicer material, they're not pajama pants. They're
Right.
not. But if you use a flannel, yeah, they might be pajama pants. She has a modification too where you can make shorts out of them, and there's something to do to kind of make the short legs work.
Yeah.
And then if you want to crop them or you want to taper the leg, like there's so many options in there. So I was
I like that.
and those are all included with the pattern.
Ooh,
I'm like,
fabulous.
this is great. So I
I
really
might have to do a class here.
maybe.
Just saying over there.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see if I can make a pair first.
Yeah, but I have a sewing teacher who does alterations with
Really? Okay.
seamstress, sewing,
That might have to be a
quilting.
thing.
There
So
it is, right over there.
yay, now there's a whole sewing table. It's so exciting.
Yes.
So
And that's what we're going to video after.
yes, we're gonna film the whole store so you can see it.
So you can see it.
Yep.
For all of those who can't come down here, it'll be here.
Yep. So don't forget about our sweater make along.
Yes.
Please comment below what you plan on making if you're gonna join us.
Yeah, I want to see what you girls or guys, both of you want to do. I want
Yes.
to know what it is so I can go look it up and maybe I'll add to my sweater list.
Yes, and I went down significantly, so I feel like I'm justified in having a little startitis.
There you go.
So
There you go.
anyway, hopefully we'll see you in less than a month this time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And next time we see you, it'll be the sweater make along.
Yay.
So
Congratulations. Let's get a move on.
stay cool out there,
Knit our
and
sweaters.
we'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.